Glenn Taylor here. Just having my cup of coffee. Now, what I'm going to show you is how I make some shorts, but I'm using Canva today. So, for anyone starting out, Canva is a great tool. And I'm going to just show you some basics on what you can do on Canva, just getting started, depending on your niche. So, today, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to make a short about, let's see, I'm going to make a short about coffee because coffee is delicious, especially when you're just waking up like me. Anyways, okay, so let me just dig right in. I am going to go and we want to do a video. So we're going to click on video. We want to do, what type of video are we doing? Well, we're doing a YouTube short, correct? So we're going to go to YouTube. We're going to press that. Boom. We're going in. All right. So now they've changed up Canva a little bit. But if you're just using Canva for the first time, if you just purchased it and you're just starting out, then this is a good time for you because they've upgraded it in a bunch of different ways. So, okay. First things first, we are making a video and it's going to be about coffee. So I'm going to start making these right here are scene lengths right here, 5 seconds worth. I'm going to just show you a quick example of what happens uh, when I overlay something onto it. Okay. So this is a 10-second clip, right? And then you can adjust the size. You can adjust it to any size, right? And that's sort of a background, right? And now there's a lot you can do here. I'm gonna show you quickly. You go to the top taskbar here, and you can adjust the speed of this clip. It was 10 seconds. Now I'm gonna double the speed, and now it's 5 seconds, as you can see at the top here. So you can adjust the speed to make things stretch as long or as short as you want, or as fast or as quick as you want. Okay. And up here is a little editing bar of, like, if you wanted to find the perfect portion of your clip, you can go, oh, I want this 5 seconds of it because that's the best 5 seconds, right? And then you're done there, and then that's exactly what's going to play. And you can bring that little arrow bar right down here and press play, okay, or you can just press play here, and you'll watch it as it rolls across, okay? Now, the reason I made this extra box here, as opposed to just doing this, is because when I just click on this and it shows up here, I can't adjust the parameters. It no longer gives me the ability to make this bigger. It's just going to use the exact format it was already given. So I didn't want to do that, and I wanted to show you, for the purpose of this demonstration, why I added this little solid block at the bottom here, because it allows you to do depth of field, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that in just a second. So, like I said, we're talking about coffee today, right? Okay, well, you got graphics here, you got photos, you got videos, and you can go to each one and type in whatever you're aiming to do. And I said we were talking about coffee, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, cool. So, first things first, let's grab some coffee beans. And notice how I'm dragging it down? Well, that's because sometimes if you just click on it, it'll do that. Like I said, it'll end up automatically posting its own clip. So you drag it and you drop it. And now you notice how they're stacked on top of each other? Watch what happens when I click this and pull it beneath. See where that purple line goes? That's where it's going to land. Now it disappeared, right? Now I'll show you why. We're clicking on this. This is now in the front of the scene, and that's in the background, right? So once you understand that this is how it's layered, you can do a lot of neat things with it, right? And so here we go. I'm going to enlarge this, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to add it over here as well. And then I'm going to highlight the two, and I'm going to group them together, right? And now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to add an animation to this, okay? And you can choose the single element, just one of those, or you can do the group. And so because I wanted to group those together, I want both of those to move as a group. That's what I'm going to do. Here we go. Add an animation. Now you can hold the shift bar to make your movement perfectly straight, and you'll see that little purple dotted line. Well, that's your movement. Now, there's more you can do. You can smooth out that movement. You can adjust the speed. You can make it just steady, right? You could add flickers to it. You could add pulsation. You could add wiggles. You could add a lot of different things, right? So that is just showing you how animation elements work real quick. Okay, back to the drawing board. Let's get a coffee cup, because why not? Okay, voila. All right, so that looks pretty cool. Let's use that one. All right, now it's nice because they're automatically eliminating the background. A lot of the times, if you choose one of these things, right, you have to remove the background, and it will remove the background for you. Sometimes it won't. It all depends on the what the image looks like. If they're too similar in colors to background to the object, then they won't be able to do it. So you have to have contrasting images in order for that to work. Anyways, like I said, we're making this about coffee, and so I'm just going to move along here. We're making more animations. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Right? Just because, why not? Oh, and I got to move that. Make sure that they're all lined up so that they're all within the same 5-second span, right? This is just a 5-second clip, right? And you can layer this, and you can just keep going and going and going. You can make it very, very busy if you want it to, okay? So yeah, I'm just going to continue. I'm probably going to speed this up during the end game. But yeah, let's continue on. Okay, yeah, I want to animate this. But first I need to pull it off screen. I'm going to rotate it a bit so I can get it completely off screen. If you take this portion here and you pull it all the way off of this 9x16 frame, it'll disappear and you'll have to go find the object again, or you'll just have to go back and undo it, which there's an undo bar right here. Anyways, I want to animate it, right? And you got to click at that very corner there to get it start moving. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm dragging it in, and I'm going to loop-de-loo it, and I'm just having fun here, right? Okay, so we've got our first clip done. Now we can go down here and we can add another blank page, but the blank page rather. Okay, sorry. Coffee sip break. Delicious. Okay, this time we're going to make a 3-second scene. Okay, now that I've made 2 of these boxes here and here, I can add transitions, right? And transitions can be done in a bunch of different ways, right? Dissolving. I'll give you another background to the other scene so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, let's go into coffee liquid. I don't know if they have that, but we'll see. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. You know what? Better yet, let's go. No, no, no. That's just me a bunch of times and all the other stuff that I've got. La da 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 dee da. I'm gonna go to videos. I'm gonna go to coffee. Let's see if they have it. You know, they have a pretty large um, library of stuff. So like, and not only in this, but you can go to orientation and you can set it up. So I want it vertical because obviously we're doing a vertical YouTube short. So then that way they format it perfectly, right? And so, um, I mean, that's kind of what I'm looking for right there, right? So I drag that down there. Beautiful. I'm going to actually make this a 3.6 second scene. Okay, now I can adjust this however I want. I can make it big or small, but you obviously want it to fit your screen. And so that's what you're going to do. So yeah, this is an 8-second clip. I want this to be a bit quicker, obviously. So I'm going to make it almost twice as fast, which leaves me with 4 seconds. And then I'm going to shorten that clip and cut off the back like 0.5 seconds or whatever. So it matches with this, right? Like I'll show you right here. If I go to 3.1, I can go up and click this one and I can pull that and drag it. And this is what you're going to see. Beautiful, right? Now I want to show you another element that you can also do with this imagery. If I wanted to pan inwards on this, I can grab the image, make it bigger, crop it bigger, right? And you'll see what I'm doing in a second. Now, when I do this, it's as if it's moving towards us, right? And there's the going out or the in and the out. So I think this might look better if this clip was a bit longer. But regardless, we're gonna figure it out. Okay, perfect. Now, here we go. I'm gonna add some text to it. Okay, so let's start with the text. Coffee is life. That's not how you spell coffee. It is in my world. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Now we're moving. And now you can go to the effects. Now there's a bunch of cool effects that you can make with um, with Canva. So I'm going to adjust this right here. I'm going to pull it so that and then making sure that this portion here doesn't stretch into my next scene. And I'll show you what I mean. Okay, you see where the arrow plays? Watch as it comes across here. Well, look at where coffee is life is overextended. Look, it's going into the white of the next one, and that hasn't disappeared yet. So we always shorten this and make sure that they're in the same time frame. All right? Okay. So I'm going to adjust that. Now, like I said, I was going to play with the effects here, and I'm going to make this a nice, I don't know, we could do that. We could do red, and let's turn up that effect. So this is the neon one, which is kind of cool. But you can do this as well, where you get to choose the outline color, which could be black, and you can change the thickness of it, right? Which is cool. And so for the purpose of this one, I'm going to do this because that looks pretty neat to me. And then I'm going to add an animation to it, so that this is how you can add an animation as it comes in and as it leaves, right? So we could do coffee is life. Yeah, let's have it burst. And so you can choose to have it burst on entry and on exit or on both, so that it enters that way and it exits that way. Bloop. And then kind of scrolls away, right? So we're moving along now. I'm going to add another element to this fun little video that we're creating together. We're going to go to elements here, graphics, and let's go to coffee. See what it gives us. Cool. Okay. I'm going to drag that one down because I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Awesome. And I'm going to do a stomp where this stomps into the screen. Very cool. Okay, moving on to the next scene. Now, I'm going to show you quickly what this looks like with some transitions. Let's try the chop one. All right, let's see what it looks like. Let's see what we got so far. Right. So you get the point. There's a lot you can do with Canva, and it's a pretty basic tool, right? And it's a lot of fun. So let's think about maybe continuing a little bit more, just so you can see some more of the features, and I'll see what else I can pull out of my book of tricks to show you guys right now, just to make this worthwhile watch, right? Um, I like to use Canva to create certain GIFs as well, or GIFs, or however you pronounce it. um, and so I'm going to kind of take a time in this last frame to show you exactly what that looks like. Okay, so we take the let's say, like, you want branding for your channel, right? And this is where I use GIFs and stuff like that at the ends of my shorts to to show or something that you can be remembered by. Let's put it that way. You can be remembered by it can be like um, I don't know, your branding, let's say, right? For lack of better words, because I'm stumbling or having a hard time figuring out the words I should use. Anyways, for the purpose of this one, we're calling this 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 brand is Coffee is Life, right? Because it just is. And you want to find something you're going to use always, and so when you create these, you can create them with like a lot of forward thinking in mind, and really spend your time on it, because there's a lot you can do. I'm going to um, I'm going to just make this one go bonkers with um, with things. So you just wait and see. All right. So first thing is first. I'm going to grab one of these guys, and we're going to start with them off screen. We're going to animate them. Now you'll notice how it's overlaying like that. Don't worry about that. That's just the entirety of all the animations taking place, so it kind of does that. But don't let that concern you. It's not a big deal. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the next one, and we're going to do much of the same thing. Oh, oopsie. We're going to do much of the same thing. We're going to animate this one in the scene as well. And here we go. All right. So that's how we got it going so far. Um, uh, so you see how it's all coming together here. Oops, didn't want to do that. So I'm going to delete the path there. I'm going to move it over here. And I'm going to do the final guy, because he's going to be the cutesy one that lands in, and he's going to be the mainstay. So here he comes. Yeah, coffee is life. So it's all going to come together eventually, but first I have to play with this. First, I'm going to add some neon. We're going to make it red, because why not? Oh, there goes my cell phone. Anyways, this is going to be fun. Okay, now I'm going to the background here. I'm gonna do this as a clarify, and we're just gonna do it on entry. So this one is gonna be treated. If I was just making this last scene on its own, its own 5-second clip, I would download it over here in the share section. I would download it as a. You have an option. You can go with a video, JPEG, PNG. You can do PDFs, but the GIF, right? And when you would do that, you would go transparent background. So you could overlay this whole thing onto any clip that you've made, and it could be your branding, right? So just remember that. That's one way you can go about using Canva as well. However, I'm now going to show you what I put together from start to finish, and then you'll have a good idea of the basics. And this is a great way to start making shorts, a great way to release some creativity. And honestly, it worked for me on my first channel. That's how I managed to get 6,000 subs in my first year, right? And my first try as well. So I'm telling you, it works. It really does. We'll get into other episodes of how well it works, and how well it works when you use things like Leonardo, which is AI imaging, so it can make uh, clips that you design, that you create, that you prompt. And then that adds another dynamic to this whole process. And then you can add 11 Labs voiceovers if you're not comfortable using your own voice and whatnot. So like, as we go along, we're going to add more depth to this creation process. So it's going to be good. Anyways, let's watch or see our finished product. Let's play it out. There it is. And here's my ending GIF. Coffee is life. Right? So you get the idea. Yeah, we're going to do more fun stuff like this. I'm going to do more tutorials that are quick and painless, and just help you get a grasp of how to use Canva quickly and in a fun and in hopefully creative and exciting way. Thanks a lot for watching. You know what I mean? Like, just, it means a lot. Now, coffee is life, and I'm going to finish mine. Check you later.